Yes, madam, proceed.
Okay. Um, Incredible things can be done simply if we are committed to making them happen. With this good note, a very warm good afternoon to one and all over here. I, Ms. Snehal Deshmukh, welcomes you all to this valedictory function of 1 week AICTE IST Refresher Program on Innovative Teaching and Learning Method, organized by Vidya Pratishthan's Kamal Nayan Bajaj Institute of Engineering and Technology, Baramati. Last 6 days, we have had deep insights into several aspects of innovative teaching learning methods. I'm sure that the participants must have benefited by attending this particular program. We had distinguished guests from reputed institutes enlightening us in various teaching learning methods. For this refresher program, we had around uh, total registrations. So they were from out, some of them were from outside the department and outside the organization as well. As we have gathered over here on this online mode to the valedictory function, I take this opportunity to welcome the dignitaries present with us on this online platform. Chief guest of the program, Honorable Professor V.D. Vaidya, Executive Secretary of ISD. Head of Institution, Honorable Principal Dr. R.S. Biskar, Head of First Year Department and Main Coordinator of the Refresher Program, respected Dr. A.P. Hurekar Sir, Heads of various department and faculty members. Now, I would like to request coordinator of this 1 week refresher program, Dr. A.P. Hurekar, to give review of this program. So, please, sir, over to you. Dr. Hurekar, sir, over to you.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible, sir.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
please.
So, respected guest, Professor V.D. Vaidya, sir, Executive Secretary, IST, all invited speakers, Principal Dr. R.S. Biskar, sir, all deans, head of department, coordinator, co-coordinators, all faculty members, and staff of VPKB IIT, Baramati, and dear participants. Good morning to all of you. I'm here to present overview of the program. Journey of this program started in 2018 when I submitted my proposal to IST and it was sanctioned in 2020. Due to COVID pandemic 19, we entire human being are facing a lot of problems. We have thought of problem of innovative teaching learning methods 3 years back, which fits in the current situation. So we have conducted program number 1, which was from 7 to 12 December. And we are very happy to say that 98 faculty members got benefited of this particular program. And program 2, we are conducting, that is from 22nd to 28 April 2021. And as far as registrations are concerned, we have got views registrations and 198 registrations we received, and due to limitation seats of 100, we have confirmed 100 only. And program 3 is from 6th to 12th of May, and till now date, because within 8 days, we have received 216 registrations. As far as participants registrations are concerned, we have got 92 registrations from engineering faculty, 5 from diploma, 3 from other technical and other institute, and total 100. We have got participants from Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Gujarat, then Haryana, Karnataka, Telangana, West Bengal, and all over.
I can't yes. So a very good afternoon, everyone. So I congratulate all the organizing team members for organizing the refresher program on innovative teaching learning methods and giving us a chance to learn the new teaching learning techniques by renowned speakers. So the whole program was divided into 20 sessions by renowned expert over 6 days. And on the first day, there was a session on ICT, which is of paramount importance nowadays in the current pandemic conditions. And we learned very new ICT techniques like Mentimeter and Padlet. So the role of curriculum design in quality education was very well explained by Professor Sutane with discussion on case studies in his college. And then Professor Joshi explained different methodologies to be employed by the teachers. So there was session on project-based learning and problem-based learning by Professor Shinde, and it was an interactive and brainstorming session, and there was an active participation by all the participants. And then there was a session by Professor Naik on insights into research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And it was very insightful and inspiring session. So the session on designing MOOCs by Professor Kadam was again very relevant in the current scenario. And I hope we will not let these speakers down, and we will try to implement all the teaching learning strategies they have taught us during these 6 days time period. So I'm sure all of us will be greatly benefited by these techniques, and we are thankful to all the speakers and the organizers for this session and for choosing us to participate in this session. And thank you so much for successfully conducting this session. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot, madam. Dr. Monica Khurana, madam, I think you have been the most enthusiastic and you have expressed your thoughts during every session. So this is really remarkable. Thanks a lot, madam, for your
and it was very, I forgot to mention, it was very well organized session. I've not seen any session so well organized. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, madam. This is really encouraging for us.
Sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Now,
yeah, if Eureka sir.
No, madam. Eureka sir has told that let us continue with remaining 3.
Okay.
So, yes, please.
So I would like to request Ms. Savita Borate, ma'am, to give her valuable feedback. She is from Sinhagad Academy of Engineering, Kondwa, Pune. Over to you, ma'am, please.
Savita Borate, madam. Unmute yourself.
Madam, you can take the next participant.
So I would like to request Mr. Manoj Palwankar. Sir
Yes,
is
sir.
from MIT Academy of Engineering, Pune.
Okay.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you for allowing me to speak on this particular feedback. I'm Manoj Bhalwankar from MIT Academy of Engineering. I'm from mechanical engineering background. So this particularly course was having the content related to ICT techniques, and then again the usage of the LMS like classroom, also the MOOC design, which was a really wonderful session by Dr. Kadam sir, as well as I find important aspects of project-based learning from Dr. Vikas Shinde sir, and the important aspects of being connected with the students, that is with Dr. Ahuja sir. So I feel that the content was really very well organized, and the content based on the various issues related to online teaching learning mode, not only from simply what we can say online conduction, but as also the knowledge management point of view. So all the sessions were having the really important contents, and they were really knowledge enriching for us. So thank you organizers for this particularly wonderful workshop. And I would like to thank Dr. Hatesh sir, who has encouraged us to participate in this particular workshop, who is our dean from MIT Academy of Engineering. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So I would like to invite Dr. Praful Hatte sir for giving his review on the program. Dr. Praful Hatte sir is from MIT Academy, Aranti, Pune. Over to you, sir.
Sir, please unmute yourself. Dr. Praful Hatte.
I think he is not audible. So, if any other participants, we can take him.
Savita Borate, madam, you are already unmuted. Please.
Yes. Good afternoon, all. I am Professor Savita Burate from Sinhagad Academy of Engineering, Kondwa. I congratulate Dr. Hivre sir for his successful program. We have learned a lot from this refreshment course organized by VPKBIT Baramati College, which is approved by AICTE ISTE approved course. I congratulate all team members also for the successful, because everything was well planned, well organized program was there. I especially would like to thank all speakers. Especially, I would like to mention Dr. Dr. Kapil Kadam sir. He has given very useful tools to for teaching and learning, because from last year we are all teachers are struggling for teaching learning, online teaching. We all are also new for this, but slowly we were hunting for teaching online, how to teach online on the different platforms. Now with these new tools given by various people in this platform, I'm very happy. We have learned a lot in this, and I want to say thanks specially to all speakers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Your feedback means a lot to us. Once again, I would like to request Dr. Praful Hatte sir, if he is available over here, to give his feedback.
The sir is there, but he is not unmuting.
I think we can switch to Hudekar sir now.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Hudekar sir, please.
So I would like to request coordinator of this 1 week refresher program, Dr. A.P. Hudekar, to give an overview of this program. Please, sir, over to you.
Screen is visible, sir. Please.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes. Proceed.
Okay. Sorry for disturbances, and once again, I welcome to Professor Vaidya sir, Principal Bijkar sir, all head of departments, faculty members, co-coordinators, and participants. Good morning to one and all. And we know that in life we have got uncertain situations, unexpected situations, and that situation has come while giving my presentation, and surely we will take care in future also. So I already informed about journey of this particular program. We conducted program number 1 from 7th to 12th of December, and we have got very good response. 98 faculty got benefited. In program 2, we have confirmed 100 participants, and for program number 3, we have got 216 registration. I already gone through this particular slide. I remember we have got 92 registration from engineering faculty, and 5 from Polytechnic, as well as 3 from other. So there are many challenges in our life, as well as in teaching and learning also. And problem becomes an opportunity for each teacher to develop further through innovations. We have designed this program by considering current issues in the education. Course content for this particular program was student-centered teaching learning, effective use of ICT for teaching and learning, challenges in digital learning, project-based learning, current problems in learning, design and learner-centric MOOCs, curriculum design in quality education, new education policy 220, connected teachers, as well as the health and happiness program. That was really wonderful. We have got eminent speakers for this particular program. Dr. Kapil Kadam from IIT Bombay, Professor B.M. Naik from AGGS Nanded, Professor N.V. Kalyankar, ex-Vice Chancellor, then Professor B.B. Ahuja sir from COEP Pune, he is the director, Professor Y.V. Joshi, Director of AGGS Nanded, Professor Saili Gankar, Vice Chancellor, D.Y. Patil University Pune. And the course content of this particular program, in addition to this, we have got many speakers like others that I will, Professor Sauji, then design, yes, Sutone sir from COEP Pune, P.R. Damangaonkar sir from COEP Pune, Dr. N.K. Sahuji, Bashwaraj Holi, and Vikas Shinde sir. And we have invited eminent speakers from AICT and IST, Colonel B. Venkat sir, Director FDP Cell AICT, Professor P.K. Desai, President of IST, Professor Vaidya sir, Executive Secretary of IST. So we learned many things from this particular program, and we planned this program. Actually, when we submitted proposal, we have planned for offline mode. But due to pandemic situation, we have to conduct these programs in online mode, and we made us molded to conduct this particular program in online mode also. We learned many things from these activities. Program 2, in program number 1, we don't know how to conduct program in online mode. There we have learned many things and we adapted new technology. In program 2, we have got many difficulties. Like in lockdown period, we are at different places. In program number 1, we all are in the department, but in program number 2, we are at the different places. Then benefit for all the participants. This program will surely help participants to improve overall teaching learning process, adopt student-centered teaching learning, modify teaching using current problems in the learning, adopt project-based learning for teaching, and learn new technologies for teaching learning. This program definitely gives opportunity to interact with experts, experienced teachers from IITs, COEP, AGGS, and top institute for sharing knowledge for their further development. And one more important session of this particular program as per the guideline by AICT and IST, that is health and happiness. That was most useful. This program was designed. We learned many things through this program, how to design particular program in particular manner, depending on the current situation. Then based on the proposal I presented my research paper. Once I submitted proposal, I presented my paper in national conference, which is from IIT Bombay at IISER Pune, and I presented my paper there, which is based on my action research, and I presented my action research in program number 1 as well as in this particular program number 2 as a presentation, as one of the session. So I established Center of Excellence in Innovative Teaching Learning Methods at our institute, and this program is a part of that. I submitted one research paper based on my action research to a journal. So we have got very much experience for conducting such a online program. We learn many new things through this program. We implemented and conducted this program, developed very good relationship with various colleges and universities, opportunity to faculty to conduct sessions of our institute, opportunity for the faculty to work as a co-coordinator and team members of technical committee as well as other committee. We have, through this platform, we develop all these opportunities. We have got very good team with us, co-coordinators for first program was Mrs. Gigi Bovite. Then for this particular program, Anil Patil. Then for next program, Sonone sir will work. And we are having organizing committee members as Dishlesar, Sojan Madam, Jadhav, Serke, Gadges Madam, as well as Jadhav sir, Pandre, Sheikh, and Chimbalkar. So these are the organizing committee team members. I am thankful to AICT, IST for accepting my proposal and giving grant to conduct this particular program. And thanks to management of VPKB-IIT. Before that, I must thank to Colonel B. Venkat sir, then Pratap Singh Desai sir, as well as Vaidya sir, who are always ready to solve our difficulties and support us. So I'm thankful to management of Kamal Nayan Bajaj Institute of Engineering and Technology. Always my principal sir, R.S. Bichkar sir is always with me, as well as organizing team members of General Science and Engineering, co-coordinators and teachers. I'm confident that this program is most useful for teachers in creating interest of students, giving valuable inputs to the students, and obviously for improving overall quality of teaching and learning. I wish all the best to the participants. Thanks. Thank you very much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request our head of the institution, Honorable Principal, Dr. R.S. Bichkar, to address the guest gathering. Please, sir, over to you.
Thank you, madam. I think I'll remove my mask. I'm sitting in the office and yeah, sorry for the interruption. I'm Dr. Bichkar, principal of this institute, and I'm really happy that our faculty members have successfully organized the second session of this important program on innovative teaching learning methods, which is sponsored by AICTE and ISTE. And I would like to congratulate our team, first year team, comprising of Dr. Hevrekar, Mr. Sonone, Mr. Patil, Dr. Sajjan, Mr. Disley, and all other faculty members who have taken extremely, large efforts for organizing these activities. Today we have Dr. Vaidya as our chief guest for this program. I welcome you, sir, for this online valedictory program of this FDP sponsored by AST and AICT and IST, and we have conducted now second session of this. Several eminent speakers have contributed their valuable knowledge, experience, and thoughts. I would like to make a mention of almost all of them. Maybe some extra time will go, but then I would like to personally thank Dr. B.M. Naik, who was my principal. Then at the age of 81, he has given excellent speech on innovation, research, and incubation. And he is still very active in education sector. Then Dr. Kapil Kadam, Dr. N.V. Kalyankar, Dr. B.B. Ahuja, Dr. Y.V. Joshi, then Dr. Saili Gankar, Dr. Baswaraj Huli, Dr. Vikas Shinde, and Dr. Sutavne, Dr. Sahuji, Dr. Dhaman Gaukar. All these experts from academia, some of them were or are vice chancellors, Some of them are directors of renowned institutes in Maharashtra, and even we had IIT professors for this activity. And this has made this program a very special program where we could share the experience from eminent speakers across the state, or we can say from different parts of the country. And the major problem that we are facing now of never before kind of a situation we are going through because of this COVID, and we are really wondering what should we do really so that our students will get more and more inputs, in fact, and knowledge. We have been working very hard trying to motivate our students, and we are trying to give them knowledge through video lectures, through virtual labs, through NPTEL, through Coursera, and many other activities. In fact, I would like to make a special mention of our faculty members. Majority of them now have they have been doing these video lectures for more than 2 years. We have been very actively doing various we are very active in doing various activities for the growth of the institutes, and I am sure our faculty have learned additional things during this, and also all the participants. I would also like to mention the wonderful participants who are very active in this, and they are always there. Normally for such programs the attendance is not very high, but I was observing the attendance for this program was throughout very nice, and we are also maintaining the standard of such programs, and we give certificates only to those who are maintaining a very good attendance. So in this particular pandemic time, this was a wonderful opportunity for us to spread a good word about how to cope up with this difficult situation. Various experts have presented their knowledge and experience, and participants have learned this. I would like to really thank once again everyone who has directly or indirectly participated in the success of this workshop. And we still have one more activity. We would like to thank AICT and IST for giving us an opportunity to organize, to conduct this program uh, in such difficult time. They have given us funding, and we are sure that we will take maximum benefit of this kind of funding provided by these organizations for enhancing the knowledge, enhancing the standard of education in our country. I would like to mention today about the brief about Vidya Pratishthan, and such a wonderful organization that we have here, so dedicated people. Actually, Vidya Pratishthan was started in 1972. This is just for your information what what our organization is. It was started by Honorable Sri Sharad Chandraji Pawar Sahib in 1972, and we will soon be celebrating now 50 years of existence of this Vidya Pratishthan group. This is in rural area, primarily focuses on the education of rural students population. Excellent facilities are provided by the organization, by Vidya Pratishthan, and we have dedicated management as well as very educated, very knowledgeable and experienced teachers and enthusiastic students. 30,000 students, more than 1,000 teachers, 30 institutes, and really big campus in Baramati, Indapur, even in Pune we have very good schools. And this institute was started in 2000, and we are a forward looking institute. We have 6 disciplines: computer, IT, ENTC, and civil mech electrical, but now we have added AIDS, robotics and automation, and in BHOK we have cloud computing as well. We have PG programs, BHOK programs, and UG programs in these new disciplines. Again, thanks to AICT for giving this new thought of emerging technologies and allowing us to take these activities. I think I have taken little more time, but I have given a glimpse, a little bit of information about our institute, and we look forward always for a continuous interaction with all the other institutes. One thought came to my mind that we had now 100 more participants. Earlier there were 98, and we will have 100 more in days to come. So why not to have, after the third program is over, we will invite, sir, the participants from both first and second sessions for some of the newer lectures, or if they have missed any, we can invite them to attend. And if there are some new sessions that we will organize, we can invite all these. We have a Zoom platform, wonderful 500 participants can. And then a small thought that we would like to have continuous collaboration with all the participants who had been to these programs, and we would like to exchange thoughts for the overall benefit of the our institute, your institute, as well as all the students of our country. I hope we will soon put up these thoughts, and we will try to have exchange of information amongst all the participants who have joined so far and who will be joining for the third session as well. And we will take a follow-up activity. That is what I mean. We will take a follow-up activity and try to understand how our participants are implementing, and would like to prepare a very nice report based on this, and also submit that report to AICT and ISTE, so that they also get an idea what is exactly happening by giving this kind of funds to the educational institutes, and how much of that is really getting converted into the use of, technology, the implementation. I hope everybody will be with us. You will all share your valuable thoughts in days to come, the implementations, and we will certainly be able to prepare a very nice report for the benefit of each one of us. We will share good activities from all the institutes, and we will try to implement those activities in days to come. I think I have taken little more time. Sorry for that, but I once again welcome Dr. Vaidya sir for this valedictory function. And over to you, Dr. Patil. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Principal Sir. As always, you have been our motivation to be a strong, active teacher, to disseminate the knowledge, whatever is the situation. Uh, so, as we know, one tree can start a forest, one hand can lift a soul, one word can frame a goal, one candle can wipe out the darkness, one hope can raise our spirits, one life can make a difference, and a teacher has to become that one. We are very fortunate and honored to have with us the Executive Secretary of ISTE Delhi, Honorable Professor Vijay D. Vaidya as a guest of honor. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce such an eminent personality, Professor V.D. Vaidya. Sir has completed his BTech in Civil Engineering from Regional Engineering College, Surathkal, which is well known as NIT Surathkal now. So he worked in a field with MS Afcons, Mumbai, at different sites in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, MP, and various states of India. Sir has more than 35 years of teaching experience, which has a lot of varieties, like being a professor, head of the department, a TNP officer, vice principal, and principal. Sir has worked in administration in Directorate of Technical Education, Mumbai, as assistant director. So, also, Sir has visited many countries related to his academic activities. So, Sir has worked as a deputy secretary in Maharashtra State Board. Also, during his field work at site, he has completed all the bound projects. Government Polytechnic Kolhapur, he got accredited by NBA during his tenure of principal. And one more thing, he has developed line monitoring system of institutes for MSBT Mumbai, which is still in practice for deciding the performance. So I would like to request Honorable Graced Professor Vijay D. Vaidya to express his views about the program and say a few words of motivation to us. Over to you, Sam, please.
Thank you, Deshmukh Madam, for my detailed introduction. Actually, that much was not necessary, just Executive Secretary, that is also enough. But you have given so much information that is, participants may have a huge expectation from me. So, whatever is little I can do or whatever I can share, I will share it. So it's my pleasure to be with you for this valedictory program on innovative teaching learning methods organized by Vidya Pratishthan's Kamal Nayan Bajaj Institute of Engineering and Technology, Barabat. So first of all, good afternoon to one and all. Uh, Honorable Dr. R.S. Bichkar, a dynamic principal of this institute, Dr. A.P. Hivrekar, coordinator, and really a dedicated person, Deepak Sonone, members of organizing committee, Anil Patil, and other faculty members as well as my dear participants. Really, the way in which the program is organized. Really, I appreciate it because first thing is that whatever Hivrekar sir has presented, no doubt. First, I would like to appreciate his presentation for the reason that every time wherever we go or during these programs, we get the information that we have enrolled some 90 participants, 100 participants, or anything. That is about the response. That's a good thing. But here he has categorized the data. That is how many students, how many participants are from engineering college, how many are from polytechnic, how many are from different states and all. So really that is a proper work. So it can give us a certain guidelines in future. Another thing I would like to appreciate the Bichkar sir that the way in which he is going to act after this program. That is generally when such types of programs are organized, coordinators or institute, they really do serious work. And once the program is over, participants are happy, everyone is happy, the things are over. So then everyone will go at his own way. But here he has in his mind to continue with the relationship with the teachers for the development of his institute as well as the development of their institute. So really it is a great visionary approach. And another thing I appreciate you that you have mentioned that you are going to call the participants from first and second phase or the third phase for specific lectures or specific sessions which they have missed or which you feel that they should attend. Really, it's a great thing, means you have a certain thing in mind. And I think due to this visionary approach only, your institute is flourishing like anything. So really hats off to you, sir. And the topic which you have selected, that is innovative teaching learning methods. Now, we know that present era is entirely different. So when I learned or when most of us were studying, that time we are not having any other mode to learn. So whatever our teacher delivers in the class, that is the only thing, and on that basis only we learn. And that is the reason you will find that many of the students, they are leaving their schools etc only for the reason that they are not understanding what teachers were teaching, or the classes were not of interest. And that's why many will find many people in the field that they have left their education in between only. But now the things have changed. Now the students have changed. One thing is that they are quite intelligent or more intelligent than us. The way in which they think, the way in which they behave, that is really a different aspect. First thing is that they expect something in a proper way from the teacher. Just you go in the class and do deliver something, that is not possible now. Whenever you are delivering the class, they are very much attentive. And they are sure that if you are not delivering properly, it doesn't matter for me. I will get the information from Google. I will see some videos from YouTube and all, and I will get my doubts cleared. I will get my concepts cleared by that. So now it is our duty to keep our reputation, to keep our importance. We have to do this thing seriously. Now, when you think of this, first thing is that now the technology has changed. Previously, the chalk and blackboard method was the only the teaching technique which was used, and there was no alternative was there. Then after that, some few alternatives were developed, but they were of not much use. One of them was LCD, that OHP overhead projector, where you can show the slides. So that was a good initiative, but that is also not having any use at all. Now the things have totally changed, and we have to opt for new trends and technology. Because unless and until we don't go for that, it's very difficult for us to survive. Now, if you consider the present developments, you'll find that artificial intelligence and machine learning, IoT, then cyber security, then blockchain, 3D printing, etc. These are the new emerging trends, and particularly AI ML is having tremendous impact on our life. It is covering each and every corner of our life. So wherever we go, that AI ML is directly or indirectly related with us, and we are being using that technology in different ways. Simple thing, if you want to see the news, you will just go to Google and you will start seeing the news. But there you will find that the news of your own interest only will be displayed. Suppose you and your friend are sitting together, and if you open that app, you will find that your friend will see different news and you will see different news, because the interest which you are having, suppose you are having interest in politics, you will see the news related with politics more. Whereas if your friend is having interest in movies, he will see the news related with movies. So that is everywhere, that is covering our part and parcel of life. And here it is our duty to see that our students should be trained in a proper way. They should face the future challenges. Now consider the presently, if you consider the present situation, the technology is changing at a rapid rate. Now since the just Vishkar sir has mentioned about the online teaching methods. Actually, last year in the month of March, if somebody would have said that you have to go for online teaching and it will not be possible for you to conduct your regular classes, and only the way you have to conduct the classes is online mode, nobody would have believed. And that time we are also not knowing what is this online teaching, how everyone can be able to do this. But now the things have changed drastically, such a that everyone, every teacher, whether he's a primary teacher or a teacher from engineering or anywhere, he is going for this online method. Because now considering the COVID pandemic, it is not possible to conduct the classes on physical or online physical mode. And this is the only solution. And one thing is that with this solution only, we were able to save the year of our students. Suppose this technology was not there, what was going to happen? Definitely, uh, due to non-availability of this technology, we would have tried to conduct physical mode, but that was not possible. So I think there was chances that most of the students would have lost their year. But due to this technology only, we were able to save the year of the student. So that is thing. And now when this technology we are using, particularly this ICT, that is information and communication technology, it is very important to select the proper mode of this technology. If you want to teach any particular topic, you have to identify the different technologies or different ways in which you can use this ICT for explaining the subject. And once you identify it, then you can go for that, and that will make your lecture interesting. Now, presently, the technology is changing at a very rapid rate. So the technology which was there yesterday or which was being used yesterday is becoming obsolete today. And what technology we are using today is going to become obsolete tomorrow. So with such a drastic changes and development, nobody knows what exactly technology will be after few years. We have some certain idea, this thing will be there, that thing will be there, anything, but exactly the nature of the things we cannot, is not possible to forecast, because continuous development is going on in this area in technology. Now when you think of this, what about the jobs? So the jobs which are going to come in nearby future, that is after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, something like that, they will be of a different nature. And one thing is sure, that whatever jobs we are having today, many of these jobs are going to become obsolete in due course. So present jobs will become obsolete, means few many jobs will become obsolete, and at the same time, new types of jobs are going to come, and those jobs will remain, will be requiring some different skills, different competencies, different abilities, and unless and until that person is or student is not having those skills, he will not get those jobs. So now it's our duty to identify the areas, new technologies, trends, and see that our student should be given good exposure in that area. Another important aspect of today is that multidisciplinary approach. Now you may be from civil, you may be from mechanical, electrical, or any branch, but you cannot restrict yourself to that particular area only. You must have a good knowledge, thorough knowledge of your discipline, but at the same time, you must have good exposure or good knowledge of other disciplines also. Particularly, you have to be with the computer and IT section, because if you are not with IT or in this IT or information technology, definitely you will be thrown out of the flow, and that will be a very that will be a bad thing for you. So that's why it is your duty to be in pace with the technology, to be in pace with the development, and whatever new things developments are going to come, that you have to pass on to your participant, to your students. Really, I feel it is a duty, and participants should give proper response to the initiative that Dr. Bichkar has taken, that they want to continue this relationship with the participants, and they want to have exchange of ideas and all with each other. So that will be the betterment of for your institute as well as for other institutes. Now see, now if you see in the medical line, you will find very few persons are doing individual practice, but there are a group of doctors are coming together, they are specialists in different areas, and they are doing the business, and that's why they are getting good response from the society, because all type of treatments are available in one room. Whereas if a single person is working and he is doing the work, it's very difficult for him to survive in present scenario. So similar situation is in our engineering also, and that's why you have to make yourself, you have to be interactive, you have to be in collaboration with others, you have to develop different activities. Really, even one thing that he has mentioned about the new initiatives they have taken in their institute. I feel that, sir, whatever new initiatives you have taken for your students, you just better give information to these participants or interested participants by arranging some separate session. Because one thing is that if you consider the present scenario, we have a problem of engineering admissions. And the problem of admissions is due to fact that there is there is unemployment is there in huge scale in our engineering field. Means many our students are not getting employed properly, and those even they are not getting highly paid or properly paid. So that is why the students are reluctant to come in this area. Now, if you want the students to come into this area, it's our duty to develop them properly. Now, see one thing, if you talk about the curriculum, it's very difficult to uh, im- improve the curriculum or revise the curriculum. It's not an easy process. It takes some time, and that is not in single person's hand. But if you want to develop your students, you can organize different activities for the sake of students. You can give them different types of training. You can arrange different types of lectures. And for that, if you have a group, if you have correlation with other institutes or other people, you can get good information from others also, and that will be beneficial for you. So whatever new initiatives this institute has taken, if Vishkar sir, if you give them information about that, definitely that will be helpful for them. One thing, participant, please remember that now first thing is that, and it is obvious that you want to develop yourself, and that will be your first motto. And for that, you have to work hard. When you develop yourself, automatically your institute will develop and your students will develop, and that will be a good for our nation. Another thing is that now, even when you are talking about the unemployment, at the same time, because if you consider the present scenario, even global scenario, it is expected that India is going to come as a manufacturing hub in the nearby future. If that is the case, then there will be a good scope for our engineers. And now, in that case, it's our duty to make our students ready to face such new initiatives or new challenges. Now, if you consider the initiatives taken by Government of India has come out with lot of initiatives for the betterment of for the new entrepreneurs, and that is going to help. That they are expecting to develop new entrepreneurs in different areas. And if the India is going to come as a manufacturing hub, there is a good scope for entrepreneurship. And one thing is that when a student wants to become entrepreneur, he must be guided properly. So I feel that it is our duty to guide them in a proper way. Another observation, what I have made about the new entrepreneurs is that there are many students in our institute. They are ready, they are interested in starting their own. They are innovative in nature. But only thing is that when they start their own business, they do not get the success up to their expectation. That is the reason, means we have to find it what is the reason behind that. And the reason which I have analyzed is that they are not getting success up to their desired level because they are not given training of management. Means see, when you are starting your own enterprise or any your business, it is just technology or production and all, that is a different, means technical aspect is a different and business aspect is a different. And our students are well versed or they are expert in technology. They can derive new things, they can develop new equipments or anything they can develop. But marketing, then production and means that financial arrangements and all, they are not much aware about it. No doubt we are teaching some subjects to them during their UG program, but those subjects are not taught in a proper sense. Means we are completing the curriculum as per the curriculum now. We are giving them information, but if you discuss with any management person, the same subjects are being treated differently by them. They give emphasis on case studies. So whatever case studies are there, what the things they have done it, what is the impact of that. So all these things that help them, and that is why you will find that this our engineering graduates who are doing post graduation in management or who are doing management courses, they get good success. So that I feel that we should have some orientation in that direction. And at the end, really, I appreciate Bijkar sir for your attitude to check the impact of this program on participants. So I request you to do this impact analysis for this program, and you please submit that report of impact analysis. Particularly, I request Eureka sir also to submit this analysis so that I will submit this analysis to AICT to show that how the training programs are conducted and what is the impact of those training programs on the participants. So we that will serve as some guideline to AICT also and for us also. So I request you to go do for this. Another one important last announcement I want to make is that this is a AICT IST program and similar types of programs are in pipeline. Only due to this COVID situation, they are being delayed. So the new set of programs are going to come for this year 21-22, and I request all the participants to enhance your knowledge. You have to join such different types of programs, and you know that this AICT IST programs are totally free. You don't have to pay only any paisa or any money for this, but only you have to spend your time and you have to spare your time particularly for this program. So if you spare this time, definitely you will good opportunity to develop yourself. So once again at the end, I really congratulate this institute, Biskar sir and Yurekar sir and their organizing team for organizing excellent program. And one thing I'm not just saying it that because while this program was going on, I have seen the chat box also, and there the real feedback from participants have come, and everyone has appreciated that this program and this number of participants. That is also a great thing. One request I will make you is that for the next program, sir, will ensure that maximum participation from outside states also should be there. So that will give a good impression about your institute to the people who are from outside. So in Maharashtra, there is no doubt about your institute. Most of the teachers who are in this area, they know the reputation of you, and generally it is our generally we know the good institutes in our area or in our state, but we don't know anything much about the other state. So I think this will be a good opportunity to present yourself to other states also. So with this, once again, I congratulate you for conducting an excellent program, and I am sure that you will be with us for our future various endeavors that that are going to come in their right future. And I think we should be in touch with each other so we can do a lot of things for the betterment of technician education. And last thing, if you or if your dear participants have any suggestions about regarding anything about this type of program or any other initiatives or anything, you are free to contact us. You can contact me directly or you can give mail to our official mail ID. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Professor V.D. Vaidya sir, for presenting your views on this program. And definitely, we will keep interdisciplinary approach in mind. We'll train students accordingly. We'll implement the knowledge of this refresher program to prepare the students for future challenges that they are going to face. Uh, so I would like to thank you for kind arrival on this online event on time. We felt great pleasure to have you amongst us on this valedictory function of this event. Many hands, heart, and creative mind work together to deliver the ideas on innovative teaching and learning methods through this 1 week refresher program. To express kind words of appreciation and gratitude, I request Mr. Anil Patil sir to propose vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Yes, madam. Thank you. Dear all eminent personalities, all the participants, heads of departments, deans, and faculty colleagues. It really takes a lot of pain and efforts to conduct refresher programs and FDPs which are generally conducted for 1 week. Therefore, I thank the coordinator of this program, Dr. Anil Hurekar, for organizing the program and meticulously looking into the minor details of the program. I express a deep sense of gratitude towards executives from both the bodies, ISTE and AICTE, Professor V.D. Vaidya sir, Executive Secretary of ISTE, Mr. P.K. Desai sir, and Kalnal B. Venkat sir for their words of motivation and also providing funding for this program and showing trust upon us. Let me express my sincere gratefulness towards our VPKB IIT family leader and principal, Dr. R.H. Biskar sir. He always motivates us to aim high in life and career. I also thank all the heads of departments and deans for their cooperation. I cannot forget to express my deep feeling of gratitude to all the participants who perform as the backbone of this highly enlightening program. I really do not have enough words for our hardworking team of this refresher program, which include Mr. Anil Disle, Dr. Aparna Sajjan, Mr. Deepak Sonone, Ms. Gauri Bhoite, Dr. Nitin Jadhav, Dr. Vinod Todkari, Dr. Nitin Sadke, Ms. Supriya Gadge, Ms. Snehal Deshmukh, Mr. Tejas Chimbadkar, Mr. Nilesh Pandre, and Ms. Farjana Singh. All of them have a big role in successfully conducting this program. I say thank to all of them for their never failing cooperation. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you, all of you. It was really wonderful for all of you, all the participants, really great from your side that you gave us a lot of motivation through your feedback, through your active participation. I stop here. Please, ma'am.
Thank you. We are going to end this program with Vande Mataram. So I request you all to please stand at your place for Vande Mataram. So over to you, Harshada.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam, Sufalam, Malayaj Sheetalam, Shasya Shamalam, Mataram, Vande Mataram. Shubhra Jyotsna Fulakitayamini Fullakusumita Dhrumadala Shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhasini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Thank you, Harshada.
Snehal Deshmukh, madam.
Yes, sir.